Welcome back to another amazing adventure. Today on my list I have beautiful Iceland. Iceland is typically divided into 7 different geographical regions. Each region differs slightly in respect to culture and landscapes, but are uniquely Icelandic. There are too many things to do in Iceland to keep count. It's a realm of stark contrasts. It's an island of striking landscapes where rivers run through deserts and molten lava erupts from ice. The first one on my list is the Blue Lagoon. Iceland has many geothermal spas around the country, but the Blue Lagoon is the most popular. Located on the Reykjanes Peninsula near Keflavik International Airport, this attraction is a perfect place to begin or end a holiday in Iceland. Or the Snæfellsnes Peninsula, nicknamed Iceland in miniature. This peninsula in West Iceland has everything that makes Iceland famous. Historic villages, abundant wildlife, dramatic mountains, waterfalls, and spectacular beaches can all be explored in a day. The Snæfellsjökull National Park, home to the Snæfellsjökull Glacier, is particularly notable. And the West Fjords, one of Iceland's most remote and sparsely populated regions. The West Fjords are named after their countless dramatic fjords, framed by enormous flat-topped mountains. Though off the ring road and largely only accessible in summer, this is an ideal location for travelers hoping to see untouched nature, tiny fishing villages, and plenty of animals, such as Arctic foxes, whales, seals, and puffins. Of all the spectacular places to see in Iceland, Kirkjufell Mountain is one of the most impressive. Kirkjufell is one of the most photographed mountains in Iceland. Reynisfjara is not the only beach on the south coast worthy of note. Further east is the crown jewel of Iceland's nature, the Jökulsárlón Glacier Lagoon, beside Diamond Beach. The mighty waves of South Iceland have carved 2 basalt pillars called Reynisdranger. They're near Vik and were featured in Game of Thrones as Eastwatch by the Sea. Like many of Iceland's most striking rock formations, some say these pillars are trolls frozen in the morning sun's light. They face Reynisfjall Mountain, where you can find Iceland's famous black basalt hexagonal columns. The spa is surrounded by lava fields coated in gray moss. When seen through a veil of steam, the scene is otherworldly. A trip here to relax and rejuvenate at the start or end of your journey is perfect. Those looking for something even more luxurious may want to consider some of the private treatments available. Dimmaborgir, meanwhile, is a field of lava so dramatic it's often called the Black Fortress. In this lava field, hidden in a cave, is the increasingly famous Gurhotungja hot spring. Or take a detour from the Golden Circle. The most popular short road trip in Iceland is, without a doubt, the famous Golden Circle. In northeast Iceland, just off the beaten track, is a natural feature so intricately formed that legend has it that the canyon was created as a result of divine intervention. According to the myth, the Horseshoe Canyon of Aspergi was formed when one of the hoofs of Odin's 8-legged Icelandic horse came in contact with the ground. This is a must-see in Iceland if you're interested in Norse mythology. Hike Skaftafell Nature Reserve has such varied landscapes it was once a national park. Now it's the most alluring and accessible section of Vatnajökull National Park and one of Iceland's best places to visit for nature lovers. The trail to Svartafoss waterfall is the most notable, where the water flows over an impressive cliff of black basalt columns. We teased it earlier in the list, but there's no doubt that the Golden Circle is one of the top attractions in Iceland. The route is 186 miles, 300 kilometers, long and takes you to the most spectacular Iceland attractions in southwest Iceland. Thingvellir National Park, the Geyser Geothermal Area, and the Gullfoss Waterfall. Gullfoss is the best-known waterfall in Iceland, surging with enormous power down 2 tiers into an ancient valley carved out during the last ice age. On a sunny day, you might just find a rainbow or 2 slicing through the mist. The charm of a never-setting sun and the beauty of the northern lights are stunning natural sights to behold and a must-see in Iceland. Although not an actual sight, they are undoubtedly the top Iceland attractions. Both have a plethora of tours dedicated to them. Iceland is a popular travel destination. Sometimes, certain places can be busier than others. Skip the hectic tourist traffic at the most popular destinations and plan your trip to make the most of your time in Iceland. The most of every moment in Iceland.